Hello.
Hello, hey everyone. So let's wait a little bit for everyone to join us. See that we're already 13 people. We aim to get to 100 plus. So if you have friends that would like to join this live, please send it right away. Uh,
Yes. Thank you everyone for watching us. Give us like 2-3 minutes. Share the link with your friends. We're going to start in like very soon. Just want more people to join us. Yes, so that you can meanwhile tell them what we're going to speak about, and I will share the link.
So today we're going to talk about Instagram automation. But again, before we start, I would like to say that me and Adi are experienced in Jarvee and automation on Instagram for around a year and a half, I think, maybe 2 years. 2 years?
No,
Something
three,
like that. 3 years.
2018.
Three years
Yeah.
that we're doing Instagram automation. So we brought you all our secrets and everything that we studied until now. We're going to give you like the last version of the settings for Jarvee, which is our favorite software to do automation in all the social media. It's a great platform not only for Instagram, but also doing automation on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and we established this course to bring you all the knowledge that we collected until now. So this is maybe just the first lesson. But like each time we're going to teach you something else. One time we'll teach you about how to do automation on WhatsApp. Sometimes we'll give you knowledge on how to scrape emails from LinkedIn, how to scrape emails from Facebook or from Google. And each time we'll bring you teach you something else. For me, automation and getting the knowledge is the basic part of being a marketer and someone that wants to help his clients to get the most leads that they can. Because like this is the easy way when you're talking about growth hacking is like getting a growth for the company with the lowest budget as you can. So for example, from side to side, automation Instagram should cost you, let's say, to 5 accounts, something like $100 a month. When you're speaking about like alternative ways and doing PPC and so on, it will cost you much more than that. And creating email listing can help a lot, especially if you're trying to approach some people from LinkedIn and you need their specific job qualifications, or if you need someone, for example, that let's say if you want to find like the CEOs of all the technology companies, so you can go like one by one on LinkedIn and try to connect them and send them a message, or you can come to our next. It's the next lesson and teach you how to do that automatically. I'm not sure if some of you just registered to our course from our website, so they got a bunch of emails, a bunch of SMSs, and which they didn't even brought me their phone number. So we'll also teach you how to do that, how to transfer someone's first name, last name, and company to a phone number, and his email and his LinkedIn, and the people that I found their LinkedIn automatically. I added them to my connections automatically. This is something that we also will teach you. But again, we will start in a few more seconds. We're almost 20 people. We got almost 1 heart. So if you're listening, you're welcome to add more hearts to the live. Let's see what we're going to teach our next lesson. So of my dearest parts of automation, it will be at 11:11:21, and then we have email scraping with LinkedIn using this Phantom Booster, and then we're going to do LinkedIn automation and avatar creation. I'm going to teach you how to create avatars on LinkedIn, how to do the automation, and how to do all this part automatically. And right after that, I'm going to teach you how to use Google Maps to do also automation. So again, like you can find leads to your clients the hard way and to spend a lot of money on PPC and so on. I'm not telling you not to do PPC. By the way, If you're doing PPC right, you will want to take like the emails that you extracted from LinkedIn, for example, and add them to your PPC campaign as a customer audience. We're ready to start?
Yes, ways. We shared everything in all of the groups. I see we have a few comments. If you can click over there, let's see. Guys, thank you for coming. Yes, we are starting now. Nice to meet you, Paul. Hello, Abraham. Cool. So, just a short, after time, explain what we're doing over here. I can tell also about myself very, very shortly. My name is Adi, Dr. Jarvee. I'm expert for growth hacking and automation software. Basically, the goal of this session is to teach you everything you need in order to grow Instagram profile using Jarvee. Grow, I mean like to grow the amount of followers, to get more leads, to get more sales, and to get more clients. It's not going to be that easy, so don't expect you will be like the best it is in the world in like 1 hour sessions. We're going to be until 8, so 1 hour. Yes, and it's relevant for digital agency owners, business owners, and of course anyone who wants to get into this black hat world and automation. It's for free. You don't need to pay. Not now, not in the end. Of course, tips are welcome, but no, I'm joking. That's it. What do you think?
And that's great. That's great. So again, my name is Tal Klinger. I'm the CEO of the Social Proxy company. I grew up in the world of growth hacking automation. This is how we got to our place. Actually, 99.9 of our clients got us from automation. We started about 3 years ago, as I said, when we were doing automation on Facebook. Back then I posted like some jobs to different groups, and I got like a lot of recruits to a big recruitment company. And this is how I started. And then there was a major change of Instagram, and then like all the agencies that managed hundreds of accounts. If you ask yourself like how some accounts got to million followers, so this is the way, this is how they got to million followers, or thousands of followers, or tens of thousands of followers. They're doing it with automation. There are some people that are not doing that, but they are the least of the many. So I think let's jump off. And again, like I'm reminding, like all the growth that we got to our current company is from growth hacking. So our goal in this session is to teach you from zero to hero how to connect Instagram account to Jarvee, how to make it work, how to use the API settings, and how to get from a digital agency that just grow the account with content, and how using automation to grow the account to grow all the time without you touching it or doing anything on it. You can get from 15 followers today, or as we will show you in a second, you can get to even 50 followers per day only from automation. So let's jump off to go to our server.
Wait, I think. Okay. Wait, so we want to just to show them about like the VPS. Basically, what you need, very very practically, to get into Jarvee, you need like a VPS or Windows PC. So if you have Mac, you have to get like a Windows PC, or you can get just a VPS. So you don't need a VPN and all of that. What is a VPS? You want to explain?
Yeah, so a VPS is just a server as you're using like your own Windows. So this is a virtual machine that it sits like somewhere else. You can buy different servers. This is just a MAC address. Let me show you how it looks. So this is our server for this session. So as you can see, this is just a computer, but in difference from your computer, it doesn't go off when you are closing the computer. So it lets the automation runs 24 hours, and then you don't need to stop it. And also, automation requires a lot of CPU. Which some of you have, but like think about it, like it's like running 100 Chromes at the same time on one computer. It will be very heavy to your computer. So this is why you are using a VPS for it. And this is how we're going to run everything and how it's going to look. Just 1 second, let's change the location. I think I did the opposite.
We have like multiple screens over here. It's like kind of like five. So if you see our eyes moving all the time, it's not because we have some problems.
It's not about because Tourette.
Yes, not yet.
So let's go ahead. So how it looks. So I just brought you for one example. You can see. Sorry for using it. We just bought this server for explain to you, but you can see like the growth of the account. This is from the start of October until now. It's almost a month, not even a month. You can see that we started the warm up on the 8th of the month. It's around 20 days, and we got 500 followers. I will not say without doing nothing, but we told the system to do those numbers of follows per day, and this is the unfollow. You can see this is where you can see like the growth of the account. We will go over it also on the session, and you can see the dates. This is about the accounts that we are going actually to show you right now. So what software are we using? So this is called Jarvee, and you can see their official website over here, and we also send you over the email everything that you need from that. So you can just go to Jarvee, and the good thing is that you can use it and test it for free. So before like paying for everything or making any expenses, you can do it like for free, and you get a free trial. I think it's for a week, something like that.
Yeah, 5 days.
You're getting 5 days trial, and also on the proxies and most of the things that you will purchase, but the VPS, you will get a free trial. So like without even like spending any money, you can start and do some tests and try to grow your accounts. So this is Jarvee, and this is how the account that created. So I think let's go ahead and show them how we do that.
Yes. Guys, before we start, like I just want to see if there's like we start very fast, by the way. I mostly like start a bit more slowly. Just let's see if there's someone have any questions. Until now, everything it's clear. Do you understand what we're talking about? It's like everyone watching this live now. We have over 30 people. So first of all, thank you. And it's a lot of like different levels. Some people already use Jarvee. Some people doesn't even know about it. And we try like to make it very very simple, and also to give new things to new people and new things to like how we can call it like people with more experience. So if you have any question about the VPS, if you have a question about Jarvee, so just comment over here, tell us what you don't understand, and we can explain it better. I'm happy you're good so far, Elizabeth. That's awesome. Okay, thank you, Tolik. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay, API solution. We are on that.
The API solution. Well, we're getting a lot of comments from all the groups. Let's start?
Let's start. Yes.
Let's start? That's great. So let's start on how we open an account and how to create it. So again, we are going to bring you all the Bible in around 30 minutes. So pay attention and try to do it fast, but don't worry if you don't get anything, because we are going to send you an email after that with all the content, and we are going to send you also the email with a link to the live that you just saw on YouTube, so you can go over it again. So when you're approaching Jarvee, you can see that this is an account that we just opened. This is how it looks. So you have several tabs. You have the dashboard, the social profiles, the tools, and you will touch some of them, and some of them it will take some time. But when you're clicking on that profile, you can see that you have a lot of different software, a lot of different automations that you can do. So you can do automations on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Pinterest, doing email automation, also on Reddit, Quora, YouTube, Instagram, and Tumblr. All of them works great. A lot of the things that we're going to teach you are going to use Jarvee. Some of them we're not going to use Jarvee. It really depends on what you want to get. But as you can see, this is a powerful tool that lets you control, let's call it an army of accounts, or just like growing one account. So we're going to click on add a profile. This is the first part. We are going to name it. This is how it's going to be on the account. In this situation, we are going to put an account which related to the CBD. The next part is to bring the username and the password for your accounts. But again, don't click on the verify account before you add a proxy. It's really important. You don't want to connect the account to the IP of the VPS. The VPS uses a specific IP, which we don't want to show Instagram that we use a data center proxy. So we added the username, we added the password. This is the first part. We added the name that we'll see on Jarvee.
Wait, we did a small mistake. You saw that?
No.
Oh, sorry. Now you see it on live, so this is good. I think there's like a small balance, like over here with the C.
Ah,
sorry. So if it's happened to you, that's okay. Just like
with that.
Yeah, like.
You know,
like it's a
CB.
It was like a Ash Revach. But sorry.
We'll fix it.
Just like if you can copy that, just like this. Sorry. Okay. I confused that sometimes. You can also like this is good. Like just copy that. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
If you can also check this account, it's very funny account, by the way.
Join this account. So this is the first part. And then we're going to add a proxy. A proxy is an IP that you connect to the account. This IP is related for the same location that the request goes out. What happens that instead of the request going out from the VPS to the internet, proxy is just like making like the transfer of the request from the server to our servers of the social proxy, and from there to the world. And we will show you in a second how it's look. So all you need to do is just to copy a proxy from your dashboard. This is our website. You can paste it over here, and then you have the format. The first part will be only copying the port and the host, which are those two parts. This is the IP and this is the port. After that, you need the password and the username. And again, like what proxy does, it helps you that the request will go and look like that you're using a mobile phone when you're doing the request. It really helps you because 90% of the traffic that goes to Instagram or any place on the internet is going to a mobile device. So after that, you need to click on show advanced profile settings. This is the part that we're using the API settings.
That's true. I want to just add something to the people who already use Jarvee. So if you're following Tal and me for the last few years, you probably know we used to work with the embedded browser for a while, since 2019. But a lot of things have been changed in the last 7 months. So we stopped working with the embedded browser in most of the accounts. Now we're working with the API. This is the safer way at the moment. It's not mean that it's perfect and no risk. We also speak about the risk, but it's much better than the embedded browser.
Exactly. So when you're opening the show advanced profile settings, you need to click on delay tools when API errors exceed given value. What happens if there is an API is when you are sending request to Instagram, and let's show you what's embedded browser is. So if you're clicking on the embedded browser, what will happen? It will just open this device, and you will feel like Instagram. This is the embedded browser. This is how it looks. And when you're using the API, it's just sending API calls directly to Instagram. What Jarvee does, they connect to their private API and just send you the request, followed directly to Instagram. If, by the way, let's see, if you will check what is the IP of the server, you will see that you are getting a Pelephone IP. This is, let's go to, I will go later to Google, but you can see that this is from Pelephone. And when I will check the server, what is my IP? I will get a told what is my IS. ISP is the provider of the IP. For example, in Israel it can be telephone, or in the UK it can be O2, or in Austria it can be 3, or at US it can be ATT. For example, but when we're going on the browser, you can see this is the IP related to the VPS company. You don't want Instagram to show that. And if you go and research it on the embedded browser,
Surprise.
you'll see Pelephone communication, which is the ISP in Israel. It's a Pelephone. This is a cellular ISP, and this is how they think that you are going from. And then it will not look unusual, and then you're making a lot of actions on the server side, which is pretty bad. So again, like when you're creating the API, these settings make sure that you are not using if there is a problem with Instagram or in Jarvee and the API call is not working with that, it will just stop doing automation. It will add it to a delay. You want to expand a little bit what's happened when you're using the settings?
Yes. So basically, the first, as Tal mentioned, the API errors. That's basically the settings like to keep your account even safer, because if you're going to do too many API calls, so what's going to happen? The accounts will be on higher risk. So we don't want to risk the account. We want to make it as safer as possible. And we found out that these settings are very, very safe. Okay, so it's what we recommend. And you can even copy that and use it as well. Don't worry, don't remember anything. We're going to also send you that everything right. So that's all good.
Remember, it will be very hard.
We also, if you can see, we are copying from our settings because you cannot remember that. Like we also copy the settings as well.
And we don't want to, because we already wrote them and everything.
Yeah, and you have also even a button like just to copy settings. You don't need to remember that.
Exactly. So we'll show you also how to copy setting. You can just click here and copy it to your other accounts automatically. And this is about how you set it off on the side of the advanced settings. And then you have two important things that you need to do. You need to click on that, also to click on that. So if you change a proxy, you don't want it to go and need a new login. And this is the idea, that when you change a proxy, it will not close it. And then one of the important things is called enable API full emulation. What it makes, it just makes the API calls more human-like, which means like when you're sending like a follow request, it will not be just like follow. It will be follow. It will wait a couple of seconds. It will do move gestures for Instagram, and only then will do the automation. And you need to unclick those stuff. After you set everything up, you need to go over here and verify the account to connect it again only after it's connected to a proxy, because you don't want it to run on the IP of the server. So this is the first part. While we're waiting, you want to explain a little bit more on what's happening right now?
Yes, on Jarvee.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's explain. I also want to see if there are like more questions until now, or like it's
this is a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, I see. You have a few questions over here. Okay, we're going to like answer all of the questions on the start and on the end of the live, so it will be more organized. And don't you worry, everything is recorded, by the way. So if you want to go back again, you can also see it later. And about the current situation with Jarvee, this is especially for the Jarvee people. So at the moment, Jarvee wasn't that stable. Like there was another wave on the last, I don't know, a week or a week and a half ago. And sometimes you can actually get like captcha verification, as you probably saw. Now, what is captcha verification? It's like a message where you need to verify your account, send the code to your phone, and then you have a risk to get even the account disabled. Now, we found out that actually what's causing this kind of captcha verification, it's very rarely. It's not supposed to happen like that. The account will get deleted. it can happening, and you must like follow some guidance that to make sure you're using like real SIM cards, to make sure you're using like 4G proxies, to make sure the client doesn't log in for multiple accounts, and a few of more stuff we're going to share on the email. So as for the captcha, it's something that we found out that the same accounts actually get it all the time. So if you have a problem, the Jarvee people that's already working, try to understand what is the problem, why you're getting the verification message, and then solve that. Okay, it's not Jarvee, it's not Instagram, it's not the world, it's us, right? Like
Already more than that, there is always risk when you're doing, and not only automation, we're doing marketing. Know a lot of people that their ad account just got blocked, and this is why Instagram doesn't want us to succeed, because we're taking money from the PPC part. But again, no need to be afraid, just to be aware. So as you can see, the account is validated and connected, and let's go to the tools and set about the follows and the unfollows, and out just the amount that we want to do. So what you can do is just as I showed, let's do it again. I can click on the profile, and then I will go to the social profile. I can go to the tools if I want to connect what to do, and then there I have all the options in the world. I can do follow, follow back, unfollow, liking photo automatically, commenting automatically, sending messages automatically, reposting automatically, and grows account without touching it. You can set the account for a year not touching it, and just like repost for other accounts and grow your account. You can do users and hashtag research. It's really great tool actually, but we will not talk about them. You can do story views, mute users if you want to do it automatically and you don't want to see a lot of people, random actions and mentions. There is a lot of things to do, but this session we're only going to talk about Instagram follow and follow. This is what we're going to teach you that time. If you want to get even more knowledge, you can go and see our other lives. So the first thing that you need to do when you're setting the follow and follow, you need to set up the amount and the time that it needs to wait between each operation. So in this situation, we are going to keep it between 5 to 30 minutes. We're going to each operation. Operation is like every 5 to 30 minutes, the account will follow 2 to 10 accounts, and from each follow, it will wait 5 to 20 seconds between the next follow. And why is that? Because we want to create randomization. We don't want to do the follow every second. We want to randomize it, and we want it to run 24 hours. So we'll keep this section open. We'll open the add random sleeping time, and again, this is just to add some randomization to the account. It's just like we'll tell like every 5 to 20 operations wait between 20 minutes to 60 minutes, but again, don't worry, we have 24 hours to run. This is the beauty of using a machine and not doing it manually. And now we need to set up the numbers of follows that we're going to start. So if you don't want to make Instagram suspicious, you don't want to do the first day 200 follows, or in total you don't want to do 200 follows. So again, first make everything here 0, so it will not have any set here. You want to set 10 to 20 follows per day, and you want to set it that every day it will increase between 8 and 20 follows per day until it gets to 150. So again, let's review what's happening here. So every day, the first day today, it will do 10 to 20 follows, which is not a lot, right? But the next day it will do more 2 to 20 actions per day, until after a week it will get to 100 follows per day. And then this is where the real numbers are getting to. True. I will not get to you without what's contextual action, but in general, it just lets the accounts do the friends follow from the suggestions. So Instagram thinks that you're adding people from the suggestions and not from just like going to their profile and clicking on it. scrape all users before following, which is really important because you don't want it to run again, again, again. Another important one is user is not following this account because you don't want to follow the same account a couple of times. And the last thing that you want to set up is when the account is getting temporary blocks in our language is called a soft block, is when an account getting a block, but it's only like for 3 to 10 minutes and then it just go off. So we want after 3 to 10 minutes to check it out again, and then you want to see if it's the second time happening, you just want it to rest until the day of the next day, and then you only need to release it. This is what we're going to talk about on the next live. But you want also to set the sources. What are the sources, Javi?
Yes, so basically we want to tell Jarvee to know which people you want to follow with this account, right? So all of the goal of Jarvee is to grow the accounts with targeted followers and relevant people that become potential clients, potential leads. And you have a lot of options which account to target. We mostly work with followers of competitors or followers of others' accounts in any place on the Instagram that our audience is spending time on. Now, it's very, very important to check carefully the accounts you put over here to make sure they have high engagement. When I speak about high engagement, it's at least 1%. It can be also 3, but at least 1. And also try to see if they have like any kind of like fake followers or sorry and stuff like that, because if they do have it, so you don't want to add fake followers to your account. And I just want to add something small just about the settings part. And if you can go back just for the settings, we didn't cover all of that because we don't want to make it too complicated and too heavy for you guys, especially the new people. But just to let you know, all of this section, what you see over here, it's filters. You can choose multiple filters and very risky settings. Sorry, guys, we were down for a bit. Guy, it looks very risky settings. Not at all, actually. It's like maximum 20 actions say of follow per hour, and then you finish the day much faster. So for us, it's working very, very good. Of course, you need to adjust, and it's not like will be good for any account, but for us, it's working very well. And thank you, Kenny, for the comment. We like you. We love you.
Me too. So you can actually see there like all the filters. You can even filter people with a profile image. You can filter people that only have public emails. You can use all the filters. You can only find female or email, or people that speak English, or people that speak Hebrew, or people that have a better follow back ratio, or people that only have private users, or people that only are a business account. As you can see that we added the sources here. So this is the hard part. So now we're going also to another fun part, is adding scrapers.
I want to unfollow maybe?
You're correct. We forgot to set the unfollow. So again, the first day what we're going to do is to follow the users, and then the next day we're going to unfollow the users. And why we're doing that? Because we don't want to get a lot of followings to the account. So each day we're following 150 people, and after 3 days we're removing the follows from them. So actually the settings are pretty much the same, and again, like as long as you are running on the API. So after a day to 2 days and 10 to 30 minutes, we will remove 1 to 15 followers per day, when you are wasting from 15 to 100 seconds between each operation. We're again running 24 hours at the same time. We're adding the random sleeping time, so the account should rest some of the time. And again, the same as we said before, we don't want the first day to do too many actions, because this is called warm up. and if you will not warm up, not good things will happen to the accounts. So we want to set it up as properly, and we want to increase it every day until we get the same number of 150. If you like, you can even do 150 and 3, so we'll always do more follows than follows. So you have the same number of followers as you started. You will always have the plus of 150 the same day, but it's worth it. We'll remove that, and again, the contextual action, what happens, it just goes and unfollow from the suggestions and do it like more effectively. And again, don't forget suspend. This is not a default setting. Suspend when temporary blocks happens. Wait between 3 to 10 minutes, and then the second one you want it to rest. You don't want it to do more actions if it's got blocked. And now we'll go to the scrapers.
Yes, let's go to the scrapers. That's like this is something that if you are in Jarvee for like before 2019, so you didn't used to work with that, but like since then we used to do this, and this is to keep the accounts even safer. So we're going to show you like where to get the scrapers from. Tell you what to explain like what are the scrapers?
Yeah.
Or
So scrapers are workers that does the work for you. What I mean that, like for example, I want to follow, for example, another CBD account, but I want to check before I'm seeing it that he has enough enough followers, that he have a profile picture, as we said in the filter. But I don't want the main account and my account to do the action of checking the account. The scrapers, what it does is go and check the account before doing any action, and it just check that everything is okay. It gets the list of the followers that the other accounts have, because as we said, we want to follow from other people accounts. So how do we know that someone follows an account? We need to scrape their usernames, we need to scrape their their link, and we want to scrape all the data about them, because we want to make sure and let the scrapers and the profiles that checks do the hard part, and we don't want to risk the account itself. So when you're connecting a scraper, and you can do it like from the first way, what you need to do is again add profile. This is going to do the scrapers, import accounts. We just created the file here for you. I will attach in the end of this file how to create a scrapers files and where to buy it. It's really easy and really fast, but it takes some time, so we didn't add it to time to teach you right here on the live, but we will add another video on how to do that. You click on open. What will happen? It will add automatically accounts over here. As you can see, those are more Instagram accounts. They are just accounts with 0 followers, 0 posts, and no profile pictures. And again, all their job is just to do the work for you. Once you're doing it, you need to click on the account. Again, it's already set up with the proxy. I will show you on the video that we touched how to do that. You want to click on the delay on this button when you are started. You are going again. As we said, we don't want to use too many API code, which is request to the account very fast. So if it will use too many API codes, it will just go and do some resting. So just a quick view about the setting. Just copy whatever we do. Always keep start from the left to the right. It's a bit funny to say it. I'm not sure if someone can relate from the back to the right. This is still the default. When you're going to do again, let's scroll a bit down, keep account even, changing the proxy, and this is actually the end. Use the default setting that you have. It's really important. You can see that the tag is called a scraper. It's really important to set it up, and then all you need to do, let's copy this.
wait, I thought we showed them like the outer part.
Which part?
Wait, I think we didn't do like the downstairs over here. Wait. Just about like the. Yes, also let's uncheck these two boxes. These two one. All the rest are like that's cool.
It's perfect. And then if you want, because again, I added 9 accounts to the scrape for us, and we don't want to do it manually, so we can just copy the settings between all of them. You just need to click down. You don't want to use the same API user agent. User agent is how Facebook see you, so uncheck that box and then copy it to the rest of the profiles. And then let's do the fun part. You can just connect, verify. You don't want it to do it too fast if you don't have a lot of scrapers and they're sitting on the same proxies. So for this example, we just connect 3 accounts. So this is about the scrapers, the proxies, how to connect an account, and again, like all the last part that you need to do to start the action is just go.
The global settings, we didn't show them that.
You're right.
Oh, and one small thing just about the scrapers. Basically, you need a ratio of, we recommend around 1 to 5. So if you have one main account, get about at least 5 scrapers. It all depends on like the filters on the under the settings section. All of the filters, how much you're going to use. So 1 to 5, it's like actually a good ratio.
Exactly. So we have a couple of cool settings over here. This is like this settings is going to all the accounts. So please uncheck all of those. Make sure that everything is right. I think on the general.
Yeah, they change, I think.
Exactly. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to put scraper. Why? Because we want to tell the system to do the scrape only using the scrapers account and not using the main accounts. And this is why we set it up. So we're just pasting it over here. Something that I forgot.
No, I think like for this, for that's actually
It's
okay.
much more needed, right?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Any questions until now, guys? Like we basically show you like the follow and the unfollow. Of course, there is a lot of stuff to do and to make with Jarvee, but that's a good start. And if you can see, our user now is on a delayed status because we add some sources to it, but we can mark it as valid. Then we can do it like mark as valid, and then we can show them how it's working on the
Good
follow
idea.
and follow. Yes. So don't worry
So
with delay.
don't do that when you're doing it. This is just to show you how we do that. You can do just like marks as valid because we want to show you how to do the actions. So it will not be delayed, but again, don't do it when you're doing it regularly. Let the account rest for itself. We'll click on starting action, so it will start a scrape, and then it will start to unfollow. You will not see the actions on the embedded browser because again, we're running on the API. So while we're waiting, we want to talk about our next lessons, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we see if they have any questions about all of this part. What do you think?
This is a good idea. This is a good idea.
Let's see. There is a record. Yes, the guy asked about the record or the girl. You have a record. Everything will be also on YouTube, on Facebook communities, on WhatsApp, on Telegram, even on LinkedIn. So no worries about that. I want to give small note for where do you get the VPS? So we're going to show you two main providers we are working with. First, one of them, the one that we are mostly using, it's Etzner. It's a German company, very, 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 very good company, high quality, and this is the best ones I tried. They're also very popular. And we have another company called Green Cloud. It's also good. We used to work with them for a while. So it's two options. We're going to show the links on the email.
I just want to show you, like, if you can pay attention to the rows like above, you can see that scraping starting with blah blah blah, which this is the account that gets the information for the main account. And if you go to the result, you can see that while we're talking, we already followed 7 accounts, and from the CBD niche, because they are following Bailey's CBD. So this is everything is being done automatically. and you can see that every day it will grow more, and it will go more and more and more, and will do all the actions automatically. And this is the cool part. You see that I didn't touch anything, and then just got our 8 follower. Next question. Where we're learning the best tips on automation for Instagram. We're learning, yeah, exactly. Especially VPS, I think that we already say. I'm using also Green Cloud VPS, but we'll send you a list of all the resources that we use right after these settings. They ask in Hebrew, but yes, there is a recording to that. You can see it on YouTube. We will also attach it to the mail to everyone that registered to our action. Do you put scrapers on proxy, and how much per proxy? So you want to answer that?
Yeah, basically, if you have only like us, like one main account, so that's okay. You can put the scrapers just on the VPS IP. But if you are planning to, let's say, create an agency or to run like over 5, 10 accounts, main accounts, you do need a proxy for the scrapers. Of course, not the same one using for the main accounts. Even as we did now, we put the proxy, the main account on a proxy and the scrapers on the IP. So basically, if you have more than 15 main accounts, you do need to use the proxy also for the scrapers. And we recommend to use one proxy for maximum 70, 100 scrapers account. Okay, you also have the proxies in the social proxy. You also speak about that later. So this is for that.
So how would I set up a fan page with Jarvee that posts and engage and follows automatically? So just follow up whatever we said this live. Also, we'll send you over the email all the settings, just like need to copy paste, and that's it. Also, all the resources. And if you want to do the reposting, you can engage on our Jarvee group communities. You can engage us privately, and we'll help you out. We have actually several people that tell us people to set everything up. Is it possible to assign 4 scraper to one account? Yes. It's not only, you can even do more. What I'm assigning is not per account, it's like all the scrapers is like army of scrapers, and they're helping the accounts that needs it at the same time. It's not possible to split it like these scrapers for this account. If you have like 10 main accounts, you will need 50 scrapers, and then the 50 scrapers will use for all the 10 accounts. Never mind like which of them is connected to each one. It's just like in general connects to the best scraper and the available scraper. So our next lesson, as we said, is going to be on Facebook. We're actually, as I said at the beginning, we're building a boot camp for growth hacking. We're going to teach you everything from zero to hero. As you could see, like you could have gotten to this live from zero knowledge about how to do Instagram automation, and you can set it up in 30 minutes and start to grow your accounts. Again, there are risks you should know of and see all the live and work safely on the accounts. But again, there are always risks. There are risks when we're using like a daily hashtag. There are risks when we're doing a PPC. And for us, it works great. It's bring you a lot of clients, a lot of followers with really a small amount of really cheap. And this is the mastery of growth hacking. So again, every day, every week, at the same time, at the same hour, we will be live and teach you something new. Next time is going to be about Facebook automation and Facebook avataring. We're going to teach you how to create an avatar as an account for you, and then how to start posting on other groups, how to do comments, and how to make it not spammy, which is also important, because if you be too spammy, you will get blocked. So again, like it will be Facebook automation, zero to hero.
Yeah. I want to see if they have any more, like maybe, do you have maybe the people who are watching us any strategies questions? Like we now show you very, very practically. This was the goal of this session, to show like how to set up, what you need, what are the expenses of all of that, and all of this kind of stuff. If someone have any like question about how much I don't know. A lot of people asking us like how much money can I do from that, or how many clients, or any other things you want to ask us. You're welcome. If you are new and if it's your first time watching a session about Jarvee, and also if you're already using Jarvee and you're facing issues. Now, I must say that the average you can do up to 20 actions in an hour. Sorry, so we are doing like between 16 to 12, as you can see over there. So that's pretty safe. The settings. I can also say that it's not fit to every account. Okay, like some accounts are more sensitive. If you have account on like like the dangerous niche, I don't know, like a CBD, for example, or like any other niche that Instagram doesn't like that much.
Casino,
Casino.
forexes, make sure that you keep your accounts good. And again, you have a lot of things that you can do to grow your account. And specifically for some of those niches, this is the best way to grow because the other ways it's almost not impossible. Let's recommend our partners for this live. So again, in this section of the bootcamp, we are working with Dr. Jarvee, the website, which is teaching you over here about all the automation. We're working with Grow Hacks with Kirill Inc., which is the best website. You can see also the link and use their system. We're using sharing tools with Kenny. They have a great community at Telegram. You can check.
Yes, we're going also to make another video about Kenny's tools. By the way, guys, Javi, it's one tool for Instagram. There is much more. Sorry, continue.
You can visit our Facebook communities, Jarvee Instagram Automation, or our other community, Instagram Automation. We are also in partnership in Instagram Marketing Secrets, Ecom Israel with David Popovich, Testamind with Lior, Hashdanistim with Tulik, Automation Professionals. Who's with the Automation Professionals? I think it's.
Sorry, I forgot the name. Wait, I will tell you now.
With Latin, we can also working with Barak from Latego Autonomy Businesses. You can visit all their groups and check their great content. We're going to be live like again every week. But again, let's wait a little bit. What is the use of father slave? So I will answer this question. So father slave is not the right term.
Father is good one actually. I like it. Let's say like why always mother? Like
Yeah.
why is the mother always the responsible?
I'm with you about that. So what I'm not about is like the mother and child technique. The mother and children technique. It's a bit more complicated technique than the others. What it means is that you use other accounts as like for example we use scrapers to scrape data for us. So when you're using the mother and child or the slave technique, you're using other accounts to do follows on other accounts of people, and then on their bio, like each people that follows them, they see on the bio like a link to your Instagram. So what happened, or you have the option like they added you as a friend to your slave account, like to the account that uses the main account, and then you have like sending a message, hey, follow this great Instagram account. So what you can do is just like use a lot of like for some operations I'm having like around 100 slave accounts. They like, for example, as we said on the niche, we'll create 100 accounts on the niche of CBD, and each person that will add them like with our automation will send them a message, follow a CBD dogs account, and this is how you can grow an account really fast. But it will be a bit more expensive because you need to run 100 accounts. But again, like for this technique, you can get 2,000 of followers per month. We know a lot of people that does it pretty cool and pretty great. So if you need any help in connecting to those persons, we can also you can also contact us, or you can also go to sharing tools of Kenny and learning doing it for yourself. This is one of the services that Kenny offers to connect a lot of the accounts, and then you can use the accounts to grow your main account. Any questions? So let's wait a couple of minutes to last questions. And if you're waiting, you already got the email with the resources and about all the users that we use. You got discounts to all the partners that we have, and you have the links to all the groups that are partnering us for this bootcamp. Any last words?
Thank you all of you. Thank you for coming. We are planning much more crazy stuff for you. By the way, if you saw like the SMS we send you, the WhatsApp, the emails, we're going to show you how you can do that. If we connect with you on LinkedIn already, it's already with automation. So we have like a lot of full sessions with a lot of free information. Everything else you can see it's for free. Just about the risk, I want a small word about that because I know some people are afraid from that. So as you know, in life, in every investment, you have some risks. There is life, like you cannot get something and don't risk with results like that. As you saw, it can be like 30 or even 40 new followers a day. So if you don't want to take any risk on your account and you want to be on the safer side in the world, don't do what we show you now, okay? But if you want to do it and you learn it carefully, you can do that as we're doing and you can get great results. Of course, there's a lot to learn and there's a lot to do, but it's a great start. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
It was fun.
one last thing is, as Adi said, and one of our next lesson will go specifically to the e-commerce session. We'll teach you how to connect Zapier, ActiveCampaign, and Integromat to all the automation, and how to set like from first name, last name, and a company to get someone email, LinkedIn account, and phone number. And from like when you have all the details, it will be much more easier to close a deal. So wait up for our next session. See you next week. Bye bye.